Hey folks, Quill18 here, and today we're going to be playing Magic the Gathering. Just single player against the AI. So, I've mentioned this a couple of times. Magic the Gathering is a card game, by the way. It's a CCG, a collectible card game. You buy cards, you build your custom deck with your cards, you customize it, and you play against other people, and, you know, just to compete. I used to play a lot. I probably have 10 to 20,000 Magic cards sitting in boxes in my basement. Like, it was pretty hardcore, I won't lie. I actually used to play competitively for a while, several tournaments, even won one. So yeah, really like Magic, but I haven't played in like 10 years. It's been a long time. And someone, and I'm feeling stupid, but I should have the list next there, but as I mentioned in the 2010 video, someone bought me the Magic the Gathering game on the computer. And in fact, this is sort of like the third Magic the Gathering game, I'm gonna say. Maybe fourth? I don't know. A long time ago, like, oh my god, so long ago, 15 years ago, I think it was called Magic the Gathering Duel of the Planeswalkers. No, wait, that's what this one is called. Yeah, I don't know. There was a Magic the Gathering game released about 15 years ago, and it was excellent. It had this crazy RPG element where you wandered around the map and you like fought things like Final Fantasy style, and you played the deck, and it was like all the really old cards, and it was a lot of fun. And then they came out with Magic the Gathering Online, which, as far as I know, is still going on. And it's just like buying physical cards, you know, $3 or $4 for a booster pack with some 15 cards in it, and you play online and all that. And then there's this thing, which is a little bit of a hybrid. You don't buy individual cards, but they have a lot of downloadable content for different, like, expansions, basically. The game itself is really cheap, and you can play against the computer, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. Especially since I don't know... Ooh, wow, look at this. There's a lot of stuff going on. Co-op campaign. Interesting! How cool is that? Yeah, I'm just going to go through the single player campaign, learn the new cards in the new deck, because I do not know what any of the modern cards are like. And, oh, that's what that is, Deck Manager. Oh, ooh. What? So these are pre-made decks, I guess. It says 0-17 cards unlocked. I guess maybe as you play, you unlock more cards and you can swap them. Edit deck. You know what? Screw. No, I'm not going to edit the deck at all. We're going to play it blind. We're going to use the Teeth of the Predator deck, which starts you off with. We're going to play against Chandra Nalaar. Chandra is a pyromancer, master of fire magic. Her temper is as hot as her spells, and she is impulsive and passionate. She has big problems with authority, and sometimes her power gets out of control. Sounds like fun. Ooh. Best night of the week. Magic night. Friday night magic. That's good little marketing there. Good idea, you know, release this game fairly cheap, get people interested in the card game, and then they'll go and buy it. Or maybe they'll play Magic the Gathering Online. So, okay, this is mostly going to be blind. Technically, as soon as I got this game, I had to install it instantaneously on my super crappy laptop when I was at my parents' house. And I couldn't finish a game because even though this is not a particularly graphical game, it was still too much for that laptop. So I know a tiny bit about how to actually just click and play things, so luckily we don't have to deal with that. But other than that, this is going to be pretty new. So this is our starting hand, couple of forests, some cheap grizzly bears, giant growth. Yeah, let's definitely keep this hand. No need to mulligan. Okay, just had to pause for a sec. There was some noise going on upstairs. So my opponent actually went first, and she has played a mountain, so that... I guess I should explain this game. Okay, this first video, this first game, I'm going to go total newbie mode. I will tell you how to play Magic the Gathering. So, these are your cards, and let's say there's two major divisions of cards, okay? There's land cards, and there are spell cards. And let me zoom in on one of these guys. Boom. Don't show this again. This is a spell. This is Grizzly Bears. It's wow, that is terrible art. They have different artists for every card, and I don't know. I don't like the art on this one at all. But up here, this is the mana cost of this spell. It costs 1 green mana plus 1 mana of any color. Okay? Let's compare another card. Giant Growth costs just a single green mana. This big bad... Oops. Wrong button. This big bad guy costs 2 green mana and 5 mana of any color, for a total of 7 mana. So very, very expensive. And the way you get mana is you play land cards. A forest generates 1 green mana. So I'm going to put down 1 forest. Now, the only thing I could possibly do now is cast Giant Growth, but Giant Growth is something you cast on a creature. So there's nothing I can do, and the game actually just moves ahead. It knows I have no other options, so it just skips ahead. That's pretty smart. Hate it when people have nothing they can do, and a second Giant Growth. I don't know if that's actually very useful. So I'm going to play my second forest. So now I have 2 mana in total, and now it's highlighting the Grizzly Bears to let me know that I can play it. So I will play down Grizzly Bears. She has mana untapped and has potentially some spells she could have cast in response to Grizzly Bears, but she's decided not to do it. Now, I cast Grizzly Bears on my turn, and because of that, it has Summoning Sickness. I can't use it right away. I have to wait 1 turn. She's going to have her turn here. She's going to tap 6 mana and then play a Prodigal Pyromancer, which cost her 3 mana. Did I say 6? I meant 3. I don't know. And so the Pyromancer is a weak creature. I'll talk right down here. This is the power and toughness of the creature. This is a 1/1 creature, we call it. This means if this creature were to just attack, it would deal 1 damage. But it only has 1 hit point. It'll die after taking 1 point of damage. And it's more expensive than my Grizzly Bears. My Grizzly Bears are 2/2 for only 2 mana, so the Grizzly Bears are quite a bit stronger. However, this has a special ability where you can tap this card, you basically turn it sideways, means you can use this once per turn, basically. And it will deal 1 damage to any target creature or player. So you actually don't use this card to just normally attack. You will use this card's ability to strategically deal damage wherever you want. And it's very strong that way. Do I have to continue at this point? Yeah, I guess so. Nothing I want to do in response there. So she's going to play that. That's probably all she can do. So you can see my lands had been tapped. Well, they just untapped at the beginning of my turn. That's the order that things happen in. You untap. There's an upkeep phase. We won't talk about that. You untap all your cards, creatures, land, whatever, and then you draw a card. Now here, I'm kind of in a bad place actually because I haven't drawn another forest card, which sucks because I can't cast anything in my hand except for the Giant Growths. Which I could certainly do. The Giant Growth gives your creature +3/+3 until end of turn. Quite powerful, actually. And I have 7 cards in my hand. I wonder if it's actually worth burning 1. No, probably not. So we're in the attack phase right now, because I had nothing to do in my main phase. So you can probably tweak the options about how it automatically skips through the turns. I don't know. So I'm going to attack with my Grizzly Bears. Now, when you attack, you just declare an attack. I'm basically just saying, I'm going to attack you, Chandra. Now, Chandra will have an option. She can either let the bears hit her, in which case she will lose health. We both start at 20 hit points, and you lose the game if you go down to 0. There's a couple other things, but basically you lose the game when you hit 0 health. So she'll have the option of either taking the damage, or she can choose to block with one of her creatures, which will mean she doesn't take the damage, and then the creatures will exchange damage. I don't think she'll do that because what will happen is my Grizzly Bears will just kill her creature. Her creature will only do 1 point of damage back to me, which won't be enough to kill the Grizzly Bears, and at the end of every turn, all the creatures heal up. So there's no advantage to just dealing a point of damage to this if you're not going to kill it. You really have to do the killing blow. And I don't think 2 damage is going to be scary enough. I think she's just going to take it. There's no reason not to. The big question I will have is, will it be worth casting Giant Growth on my creature to deal 5 points of damage to her? I think I probably will. Yeah, so let's attack here. And then click attack. And yes, I want to cast a Giant Growth. It's the only target, so let's click that. It's actually a very friendly user interface. I have to commend this game. This company doesn't always have the best UI and stuff for its stuff. Now, she might block here. No, she just takes the 5. And that's interesting because at 5 damage, that's enough damage it may have been worth blocking, and I wouldn't have mind doing that. If I can spend a Giant Growth in order to effectively kill this creature, wow. Because that creature might cause some trouble later on. Sorry if there's some noise, I'm adjusting my mic. So she's got lots of land, she's picking up her mountains reliably. So her cards use red mana, right? Red. What do we have here? A Hill Giant. Cost 4, it's a 3/3. Alright, much tougher than my bears. Forest. Now, I'm not going to cast a spell yet. Okay? So you may notice there's two main phases. The main phase is the only time when you can cast creatures, basically, and also sorceries. Instants, like this one, you can cast at a variety of times. In the middle of combat, you can only use instants during combat. You can also use instants on your opponent's turn. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to skip this main phase. There's the second one. I'm going to save my mana. I'm just going to hit continue. She gets a chance to act in the main phase. She's not going to do anything. I'm going to attack with my grizzly bears. We're going to see what happens. Is she going to block? Yes. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. Stop timer. No! No! Stop! God damn it! Damn it! That timer is too fast. It's because I was talking. Otherwise, oh, I'm so pissed. Because, no, what are you doing? I'm not done yet. All right. So, what I was going to do is cast a giant growth. This is all my fucking plan. I want to restart. I'm so upset. The rage. Oh, the rage. I knew she was going to block because it was a sensible thing to do. Her creature would kill mine and would not die. And then I was going to drop a giant growth and just stomp all over it. God damn it. Oh well, I'll just play the elephant. A 3/3 of my own. Guess I'll have to do the giant growth trick with it. She might not block, but I guess that would be okay. God damn it. Another hill giant. Yes, it's fine, go. So here it stops, of course, but... Forest... Actually, I can cast... That's interesting. Alright, so this is going to be an enchantment for a creature. I drop Blanchwood Armor on the creature, and that creature will get +1/+1 for each forest I control. And as an enchantment, it sticks around. Giant Growth is only until end of turn. Blanchwood Armor is permanent, more or less. And it would give it, because I have 4 forests, this would actually turn into a 7/7. Then the question is, do I sit and attack with it? Deal 7, potentially take 7 in return, back and forth. Well, I'm winning the health race, so I guess I could certainly try that. What the hell, let's just be aggressive. Oh, I'm so mad. If I still had that grizzly bear, it'd be awesome. Because I could save one to defend, while the other one just beats over everything with the Blanchwood Armor. So she might sacrifice a creature here. Ah, interesting. So she's actually going to block with 2 creatures. Don't show again. Stop the timer a sec. Yes, okay. Don't show again. So she can block with as many creatures as she wants, basically. And I don't know why she would block with 2. Oh, she's going to use the Pyromancer to kill it after. Okay. So what will happen here is we will be swapping damage. The Hill Giants will do 3 to me. This Hill Giant will do 3 to me. I'll spread my damage between these 2. So I'll kill both of these, but then I'll have taken 6 damage, and then she's going to tap her Pyromancer to finish me off. But I have 1 force left over for the Giant Growth. Now, I don't have to use the Giant Growth right away. I can literally use it in response to her attempting to use the damage of her Pyromancer. That way it'll guarantee that she's wasted all her abilities. So that's what I will try to do, but I'm going to have to make sure to click the button quickly enough. Okay, how do I assign the damage? I don't understand. Oh, okay, it was smart enough to spread it out. It just assumed that's what I wanted. Oh, there we go. See, he's just used the Pyromancer to target there. I'm going to Giant Growth my creature, which will give me enough temporary health to survive this. Bam. Wow, fast reflexes, that's weird. At the end of the turn, my guy gets fully healed, so he heals before the bonus wears off. I don't die. Okay, that was a very productive turn. Yes, 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 your Hill Giant is very impressive. Go away. Another giant growth. You can have up to 4 of every card in your deck, by the way. So that's why you're seeing, you know, duplicates. But you couldn't load up like 20 copies of giant growth. Not that you'd want to. She's going to sacrifice a creature. They're just going to kill each other. That's fine. And he's going to ping me for another point of damage from his Timmy. Goblin Piker, just a 2/1 Goblin. Okay, I'm really not impressed. But it's more fodder that he can use to block my Armadon. My Armadon had Trample, he'd be able to go through people. Raging Goblin, 1/1 with Haste. Haste means he can actually attack instantly. He doesn't have Summoning Sickness. And she might do that. She probably should. Yep, there you go. Do another point of damage to me, that's fine. Oh noes. I mean, of course, we're pretty close in health, but I feel like I'm way, way ahead. So I'm not terribly concerned. But Trample, yeah. Well, I guess there's no reason to talk about it until I get the ability. I really need a 5th forest. What the hell? This is so annoying. Attack. We'll see if she blocks. Or is she just going to take it? Nope, does block. Which is smart, I think. Just buying enough time until she can get something big out or something that can kill my Armadon. Ooh, a flyer. So, Goblin Skyraider, this is a 1/2 flyer. Flying creatures can't be blocked by ground creatures. They can block ground creatures, but they can't be blocked by ground creatures. Don't show again. Another Armadon. Well, at least I can cast this one. Let's attack first. Always a good idea to, you know, save things until the very end. You leave all your mana untapped. I mean, you want to leave one open. Like, let's say the Armadon cost 4. I wouldn't want to tap all 4 right now. I want to attack first, just in case I need to use the giant growth. And against a human, you want to leave it untapped as long as possible. Even if there's nothing you can do, just to play mind games. Like, you know, oh, what is he saving this mana for? What could he be doing right now? So I expect she'll probably sacrifice someone again. Yep, just a 1/1 Goblin, the one with haste. Did the 1 point of damage and then was done. But, I mean, I'm getting considerable card advantage here. She has 2 cards in her hand. I have lots in my hand. I mean, because I don't have any mana to cast, but she's wasting all her cards. She's going to ping me for a point of damage, and that's it. But I really, if I had more mana, more creatures, now it's going to be great, because I'm going to get damage through every turn, I guarantee you. And she's still got nothing. Alright. And what is this? A Troll Ascetic. Yeah, that's okay. So this is a 3 mana cost, 3/2 creature. Can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. And can regenerate? Wow, this is quite beefy. So this creature cannot be targeted by my opponent's stuff, okay? She can't ping me with her little creature. She can't blast it with a fire spell if she's got one. Plus, even if he does take lethal damage, I can regenerate him and it'll stop him from dying. That's quite a nice card. So again, I will continue. I will do the attack first. May as well attack with both. She might block both, but I doubt it. She'll probably sacrifice to block the 7/7. Yeah, with the flyer, and then she'll take 3 points of damage. I'm not going to waste my giant growth. I'm going to bide my time here. Save it until the last possible useful instance. Kabam. Okay, and then we'll play down the Troll Ascetic. She's going to ping me for 1. Nice graphics. And there we go, her turn. I wonder what the symbol means. Does that mean it can regenerate? Probably. The creature with haste had a symbol as well. And she had nothing she could do. Alright, another forest. Unlocks a lot of things, but again, I don't want to do this until after I've attacked, especially since the troll can regenerate. It's very important to save some mana for that. So we're going to continue through here. Oh, my Armadon is an 8/8 now because I have the extra forest. Attack! Now, she doesn't block. No, I'll wait a turn. Because I could giant growth one of my side creatures here. Oh, now this is interesting. Okay. So, what she did... Stop timer. She blocked my Armadon with her Pyromancer. Then she tapped it to deal... She's dealt a point of damage directly due to the tapping. Once the block damage is resolved, it'll take another point of damage because of the melee. You can do that. Then she's shocking it for another 2 points of damage. That's still not enough to kill it, but she may have more up her sleeve, in which case we're going to want a giant growth when that happens. But again, no reason to do it prematurely. Let her blow her load doing that, and we'll see what happens. Continue. Okay, the 2 damage resolves. Stop time here. What's this? Target creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn. Ah! So, she is... This is... Casting cost is interesting. It's 1 red and X. That means you can pump as much extra mana as you want into it. So, she had used 1 mana for her Scorch. Or Shock. Wow, this is a great interface. She then used 1 mana for the red of this, plus 4 more for this. So, her creature is going to get +4. +0. So, it's going to be a 5/1. That will now be enough damage to kill this. Except, of course, I'm going to respond to all this by casting a giant growth. So you make her waste as many cards as possible, and then you just invalidate the whole thing. So my creature is going to stay alive. Yes, continue. We're going to do 6 points of damage to her. And next turn, I suspect that she will be dead. Bam. Wow, I just shattered the card. Burns me in response. This is cool. Oh man, it reminds me of another game. It's a PlayStation game, though. Concept, which is amazing. If you ever get a chance to play it, you should. Okay, so this is the... Now it's her turn. Lava Axe. Just deals 5 damage to target player. I think this is a terrible spell, because dealing damage to players tends to be less important than killing creatures. There's... In high-level Magic, a card economy is a big part of the play, and what this costs you a card, and it doesn't eliminate a card from your opponent, basically. Okay, it just does damage, and yes, sometimes that'll be enough to kill or whatever, but it won't be here. Whereas something like Shock, to compare, yeah, it does less damage, but it's also cheaper. That balances out, but the important thing is you can do target creature or player. So if you need to kill someone, you can still use these types of spells to do it, but you can also use it to eliminate another creature, another card, so you use 1 card to destroy another card. Very, very important part of the game. And the best decks tend to have really good card economy or card efficiency. Okay, so no, we just want to attack first. Wasn't able to put down a creature last time because I used that 1 point of mana for the giant growth and all these things were too expensive. We'll attack with everything, and this will probably be the end. This is the end, my friend. Nothing to block with, and it's got no spells in her pocket. And this is it. This is the killing blow from the Armadon. And more damage, because why not? She's at -8. I am the winner! The winner is me! Hooray! Start some rock music or something? Interesting. So now the question is, do I stop the video and start as a new segment, or do I just keep going this way? Oh! We've unlocked a new card. Well, the Blanchwood armor is quite good. 2%. Oh, so what I could do... Interesting. So... It sounds like... Let's take a look at the edit deck. So, I don't think you get a full library. Like, in most of these games, these cards are locked. And we've got a sideboard, which... I don't understand. Oh, new card. Did it just get added? I'm confused about how this actually works. Move card. Move card where? Oh, I can purchase the deck to unlock everything. Interesting. Okay. Premium foil deck. Yeah, I have no idea how this works. There's the new card. Oh, I just click. Oh, but you can only do it for the cards that are non-standard, it seems. Alright, whatever. We'll figure it out some other time. So it does seem like it's a little deficient in my favorite part of Magic the Gathering, which was win this duel to unlock a new deck. Oh, cool. Which deck building was always my favorite part, but I don't know, the gameplay is pretty strong. So now we're going to be playing someone with a white deck. Lots of land, no shortage of that, but we may end up being a little short on creatures. Wow, this creature is going to be useful this time. You play him, and you get to look for an extra land card. And a giant growth. Still, I'm going to take it. I tend to like... Land-heavy starts are okay. Eventually, I'll start getting creatures. Hopefully, I don't draw too many lands. Let's keep... And start with the forest. And we're good. I have a sip of Pepsi. Wait, did she... Oh, okay. She's playing a Plains, which is how you get white mana. And that's it for her turn, and then we'll draw a card. Blanchwood Armor, well that's nice, but not without a creature. Still, we got lots of land to power it, so that's good. Second Plains, we should be able to cast something. White tends to be goodly, lots of knights and things. An Angelic Wall, which is 0/4 Defender Flyer. So Defender means this creature can't actually attack. They can only defend. And a flyer means that, well, it effectively means this wall will be able to block both ground and air creatures. So that's a good defensive tool. Alright. I won't bother me too much because I'll be buffing my creatures considerably with Blanchwood Armor and Giant Growth. Oh, I have a wall of my own. Wall of Wood. 0/3 Defender. So not as good as her wall, but it's actually cheaper. So we'll play that down, and then we'll actually just play our Civic Wayfinder. So it's a 2/2 creature for 3, and when it comes into play... We'll also grab a basic land from our library. Of course, all we have to choose from our forest. So we don't really need the land, but what it does is it still removes a land from here, puts it in your hand, which is not bad, but it also reduces the chance that you're going to be drawing land some other time. So it turns out to be great, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Note, you can only play 1 land per turn, by the way, if I wasn't clear about that before. Doom, 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 doom. She's got nothing else to do. She didn't get any extra land. Ooh. Suntail Hawk, a 1/1 flyer. So lots of flyers in her deck. Maybe a little troublesome. I like how the flying units float. Look at that. Another forest. And, you know what? Let's put on the Blanchwood Armor and just go to town with our elf. Our Civic Wayfinder. And, we're going to continue. I'd like to put the Wall of Wood down yet, but not quite this turn. We'll do it after the combat. Attack. She might sacrifice her wall. Or just take the damage. Okay. It's early enough. She's got plenty of hit points. There's nothing wrong with that. She might be able to disenchant things later or something and weaken my creature. So I'll use my last mana to bring up my wall. I could have saved it just in case something was happening on her turn that I want the Giant Growth, but my creature's already tapped. It's not like he could defend. White doesn't tend to have direct damage. And even if she did, 6 is a lot of damage to do. Yes, I can't block the flyer with my Wall of Wood. So I take 1. But I did 6, so I'm way ahead. You know, maybe this game will only really come into its own if I'm actually playing against people. Suntail Hawk, another one. Ah, oh, and I can just click the card to get rid of it. That's nice to know. So she's going to try to peck me to death. Let's put down another forest. And what's Rampant Growth? Oh, search your library for a basic land card, put it into play, tapped. So, actually, these are really good combos between the Rampant Growth, the Civic Wayfinder, and then the Blanchwood Armor. That is, wow, that's potent. Plus, I got some expensive cards in here somewhere, so, yeah. In fact, we will play the Rampant Growth first, so we get an extra forest into play, so that he gets a little bit bigger. She's definitely going to block him this time, I'm sure. Attack! Yep, blocks with the wall. That's fine. Kill the wall. She's really going to have to disenchant this thing soon. Although her birds are going to pick me pretty good, but I'm going to be killing someone every turn with this big guy. Ba, 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 ba. So I wonder if I should unlock all the cards in this deck first and then try a different deck, or what? Another forest. And just beat her down. Take that. Yeah, she left a bird behind, untapped. She didn't attack. She'll probably use it to defend. Yep, there we go. Smash! And we'll plot down some grizzly bears. We'll get a second attacker going on. She'll probably won't attack with the birds. She'll probably want to keep it to defend. Glorious Anthem. Oh! And it's a foil card. Look at that. Creatures you control get +1/+1. So all her creatures... So she's probably playing with the weenie deck. Lots of cheap, small creatures. She spams them out. And then plays stuff like that so that her creatures get bigger. It's not going to help her. But it's cute anyway. We'll continue. We will attack with both. She might block the grizzly bears, although that's really big. It's going to be hard-pressed. I'm sure she wants to kill the grizzly bears, but she also wants to prevent the 10 damage. So we'll see what happens. And of course we can use the giant growth if need be. Yeah, she blocks the big guy. I'll save the giant growth. I could use it to do more damage to her, but I'm just going to fix. Awesome. Take 2. Hopefully we can draw another Blanchwood armor. That would be nice. I'll play another elephant. She's up to 4 land. Is she going to do anything with all those cards? Venerable Monk, when it enters play, gain 2 life, but otherwise it's just a 2/2. Alright, that's fine. That don't concern me. What is this? A Crawworm. A 6/4 for 6. Actually doesn't seem to be a very good card. I know some people are like, it's huge, but usually cheaper is better. It's actually not that strong for its cost, and it has no special abilities. So, meh. But it's pretty standard of what you expect in, like, just standard decks. So yeah, oh, this guy's a 3/3, I forgot, because of that spell. Still, I'm not concerned. She'll probably have to block the big guy. And she does. And, oh, we'll just let that go. There we go. She's down to 9. We'll play the Crawworm. How do you like them apples? Another Venerable Monk, okay. You can gain 2 health. I'll allow that. Oh, another Civic Wayfinder. So I could use him to bring out another forest. I may as well, just for kicks. She's gonna block this guy anyway, but... Oh, puts in my hand. Oh, but I haven't played one yet, so perfect. And, we'll attack with everything. And we'll have to... We don't have to Giant Growth for the kill, actually. She's gonna die no matter what. So we'll just let it be. Dead! And these guys kill each other. Winner! Bum, 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 bum. Alright, not too challenging. So if we unlock a new deck, a new card added to the current deck. Worm's Tooth. This is an artifact. So it actually doesn't need any colored mana, but it's got a color-compatible effect. Whenever a player casts a green spell, you may gain 1 life. So it doesn't matter who in the game casts the green spell, I will be the one gaining green life, and of course, or gaining life. And of course, I will be casting plenty of green spells. I've also unlocked a white deck. So you know what? Just to keep it interesting, let's switch decks. Let's go white. White sounds fun. Wings of Light. Oh, that's the one she was just using. I was kind of unimpressed by that. I don't know. That's probably fine. Let's try that. We'll be smarter than she is. Garrick Wildspeaker. He's probably going to use the green deck that I've been playing as. So we're going to see what happens when we swap positions. Will we fare better than she did? Lots of land, some creatures, nice enchantment. Sure, keep it. He goes first. Just a slight edge, but when you start, you don't get to draw a card at the beginning of your turn. Whereas, because I'm going second, I do get to draw a card, even though it's my first turn. And we'll play our flyer. And that's our turn. So will he play a bear? Does he have a bear in his hand? Oh, not a bear. Rampant Growth. Oh, to find some more basic land, which will actually help him get his big stuff out pretty quickly. Nice card to play at this point. And I'm making like noise because I'm dropping things. Alright, so let's play our planes. Yeah, okay, let's attack. Take that! Take 1 giant damage. And then we're going to play our Youthful Knight, who's a 2-1 with First Strike. First Strike means his damage gets applied first. So if he manages to kill the creature with his 2 points of damage, he won't take any damage in return. So the fact that he only has 1 toughness is not so bad. Ooh, a foil Troll Ascetic. A 3-2 with regeneration. Alright. Now, I think... Oh man, this is... Hold on, do we have... Glossary. Regeneration, I believe, used to take things out of combat. Remove from combat. Okay, good. So what that means is, if I attack with the Youthful Knight, he blocks with this troll. He regenerates. So I do first strike damage. He regenerates. He's still not able to hit me back because the regeneration takes him out of combat. So that's okay. That's good to know. The Venerable Monk, which is terribly impressed with. Interesting. Alright, let's continue. We'll attack with both. He can't even regenerate this turn, so he's not even going to block. If he's smart. He is! Really? Oh, he's going to Giant Growth. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. I suppose I should have seen that coming, since, you know, I've been playing the deck and all. Goodbye, Youthful Knight. Still not the end of the world, a card for a card. Oh, that was the first strike, now it's the real damage, because I didn't kill him. And dead. And I'll do 1 damage to him. And then we will put down the Venerable Monk. The 2-2, that's going to heal us a little bit. Puts us as 22, yes, you can go over your max, that's fine. Doesn't attack, that's interesting. Well, there's a Glorious Anthem. So... Huh. Well, he wasn't going to attack, so I guess... Alright, I'll play the Glorious Anthem. And then we'll attack with the bird. Oh, I can still Holy Strength, good. Oh, that's a cool effect. Alright, we'll go to the combat stage. No, I'm an idiot. No, I should have done things differently. Because I want to put Holy Strength on the monk, and I was thinking, oh, they won't kill each other, he can defend, but I could just attack with him instead. I don't like being passive, I like to attack given the opportunity. Alright, do your 2 damage. We may as well put the Holy Strength on so you can at least defend. So it's a +1/+2, and it's permanent. So now he's quite beefy, actually. Forest, but although if he plays a Blanchwood Armor, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Not going to attack, yeah, that's what I figured. He's going to save... Oh, I was going to say save his guy to regenerate, but he's not going to be able to regenerate now. However, this is a damn big creature. I think I'll still attack with the monk, though. I could give him flying, but I don't know if it's worthwhile. Like, if I attack right now, he'll be forced to do a creature swap. And I think I'm okay with that. I'll either just lose this guy, the troll, because he doesn't have mana to regenerate, or we'll swap for a really big creature, which I wouldn't mind killing. So, alright, let's try that. Go. I don't have to worry about Giant Growth because he's out of mana. He just takes the damage. Okay. It's not unexpected. He could just counterattack at this point, which is fine. Because he's so low on health and I'm not. I'll take the swaps. I mean, he could unload some fancy spells to do a lot of extra damage. I suppose I should have left maybe one guy on tap in case he plays Blanchwood Armor, because then that starts to add up considerably. That's a lot of damage. What do we got now? Another Crawworm, 6/4, okay. Yeah, this white deck does kind of suck, but... Another plane. I think I'm just going to leave both guys back to defend. Well... No, I do actually have to. Skip attack. That was just too much damage. Oh no, this is so bad. Oh no. Creatures you control get +3 and +3/+3 and gain trample until end of turn. Trample means, let's say, okay, so this guy's gonna be like a 9/7, right? Let's say I blocked the bird. The bird will only absorb 2 and then 7 will splash over to me. I'm pretty sure this kills me. This white deck does suck. The green deck was strong, at least in this particular environment. Yeah, so you... Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. It doesn't matter who you block, but you gotta block someone, because it'll kill me. Actually, it's gonna kill me regardless. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well. So, Monk dies. Winner! The other guy. Alright, we'll try that again. I'm just gonna stick with the green deck for now, because it's actually really good. I don't even have any extra cards. Oh, that's annoying. Let's switch that way. Right, and this has got the extra cards already in there. Excuse me. You know what? Hold on. No way. I was gonna take out the Worm's Tooth because it's not actually that great an item. But if I know I'm going against another green deck, I may as well take it for like maximum abuse. Okay, we're gonna play this game, and this will be the last one for right now, I believe. Yeah, sure. Keep hand. And that'll be it. Next turn we can Rampant Growth, which will be quite nice, actually. Another Wall of Wood. Wood for wood, alright. Obviously a mirror match, literally at this point. Giant Growth, well that's not great for us now, but we'll take the Rampant Growth. Go dig a forest out of the deck. Put it into play tapped, very handy. Gets us that much closer to our Spined Worm. The fact that those two worms, the Craw Worm is 6/4 for 6 mana, and the Spined Worm is 5/4 for 5 mana. The Spined Worm is a much, much, much better card, because at the very least you can get it out a turn earlier, but also sometimes you just won't get that 6th mana for a really long time. So in practice, the Spined Worm comes out much faster. Much better card. It's a subtle thing, but bigger is not often better in Magic. No. We're going to save the Blanchwood Armor. Maybe we'll put on the Spined Worm. Civic Wayfinder, okay, so we'll put another forest in his hand, that's fine. Don't bother me none. Yep. Hey, I got one of my own. But I'm just going to play one forest, and then the Spined Worm. You always want to use as much mana as possible. Like, it wouldn't make sense to play the Civic Wayfinder and then not have 2 mana to spend, or have 2 mana unspent. I mean, unless you wanted to save it for the Giant Growth or something. But in this particular scenario, it makes sense to just cast the most expensive thing. I have a feeling he's got a Giant Growth. You know what? That's fine. I would actually be quite happy if you wasted the Giant Growth killing my wall of wood. Won't bother me one bit. You go nuts. Oh, a Giant Growth! Oh no! Oh, it was so bad! Oh! My wall! What am I gonna do without my wall? Oh! See, he could have saved that and used it to kill my worm or something at some point, but... No, he's dumb. Okay. Goodbye, wall. Wall's not usually that useful. I'd rather have a real creature. Ah, I have Overrun now. Okay. Now, he has 1 mana left. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to just hit continue. We're going to attack. If need be, we can use a Giant Growth to save the Spine Worm, because he could try something funky. And then afterwards, we'll probably just play the Civic Wayfinder to get another forest in our hand, because we haven't used one yet. So continue. Attack. You could double up to try to kill him. I was just going to block with the wall. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to kill it without actually wasting a card to do so. Alright, go away. That's good. Now I will play the Civic Wayfinder. Oh yeah, this is going to rock. Get the forest. Play the forest. So I could have had the Blanchwood Armor this attack, but what's the point, really? In fact, you know what? I'm going to put on the Civic Wayfinder. That's why I'm going to have 2 huge beefy guys. It'd be much better, because he can't just block the 1 beefy guy and take puny damage, or maybe just kill this guy. Yeah, that's going to be really quite nice. This is a really good deck for this particular environment. This wouldn't work at all against a real Magic player using a real deck. Ooh, Natural Springs, gain 8 life. That is not what I consider to be a useful card, actually. Sounds like a lot, but no. I could overrun him right now. But no, Overrun works better when you have more creatures. So, I'm actually just going to continue. I'm going to attack with these 2, play the Troll Ascetic, and then maybe next turn play the Overrun, depending on what I pick up. I'll Giant Growth if I have to. But I won't have to, because he'll just take the damage. He does have a lot of health. Oh yeah, he blocks 1 with a wall. Okay. Fair enough. So we'll just take 5 damage. We'll play the Troll Ascetic. And that's that. He's got plenty of land. I don't think he's going to attack. Nope. A Crawworm! Okay. What's a Natural Spring? Oh, that's the target player gains 8 life. No. No, no, no. I'm thinking it's a good time for an Overrun. It takes 5. Which will still leave me for 1 for a Giant Growth. Which means even if he blocks the Troll Ascetic, which he might, because he'll be like, oh, dude can't regenerate. Okay, let's do that. Overrun! The bull icon for the trample. Attack with that. I gotta be ready to stop the timer if he declares some, once he declares some blockers. Stop! Okay, so he's going to block with these 2 here, just to try to absorb as much damage as possible from the trample. And he's going to block this guy here. But then, yes, I will just Giant Growth, because that would kill him. I don't want that to happen. Giant Growth to save the Troll Ascetic. Perfect. So he takes 8 to the face from the Spined Worm. And these guys will take 2 each. And the rest will splash over to him. And the Troll Ascetic will easily defeat the Crawworm without dying. Because I am so good at this game. Lots of help. Really good for first-timers. No one would have any problems learning this game. There's even a tutorial, which I haven't gone through. I just got an achievement, the Devastator. Probably for, like, amount of damage done in one turn or something. Alright, and we'll continue. And... there's no such thing as too much overkill. Take that. And that. And that. Minus 13. I would say you're definitely dead. Hooray! I am the winner! It actually is a lot of fun. I get the feeling that the campaign's not particularly deep, though. Mostly it's going to come down to playing online. Ooh! Legendary creature. He costs 7. He's a star, so he's got trample. His power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control. Well, that's... I guess he's going to be at least a 7, probably, when he comes in, a 7/7. That's pretty strong. The fact that he has trample is really important. The crawl worms would be hugely better if they had trample. I'm not 100% sure he's worth having in there because he's so expensive. Can you imagine having him in your hand when you start? Like, the game's already won by the time I get 7 mana. It's never been an issue, so I will actually take him out of the deck. Because there's no reason to have him in there. He looks cool, but no. No thanks. Oops. How do I do that again? Click. Nope. Come out. Actually, the worms... Damn it. Blanchwood stays. Worm comes out. Good. Mentoring. Learn how to play Magic or teach others. Oh, that's cool. Become a mentor. Oh, that's very cool. Well, how great is that? Play Magic on the internet. Ranked match? Yeah, but to me, again, if you don't have the deck building, but... I don't know. Oh, there's quite a lot of decks, a lot of games to play here. It'll unlock all the decks, which you can then use for other stuff. What are the challenges? Playing about Garrick, he's beating you down with his crawworms. You've got the situation under control, though, because you can win the game this turn. It's your turn, you've already drawn your card. How can you win the game this turn? Oh, that's cool! Alright, I'm going to do one of these because it sounds short, and then I'm going to call this session over. This is really cool. Once activated... Oh. How can I win this turn? Okay. So, all these guys are tapped, so they can't defend if I attack. We've got a 5/4 Spined Worm who can defend, and a 0/3 wall. We have 14 damage, that's... wow. Youthful Knight is a 2/1 first strike. The Soul Warden, whenever a creature enters play, gain a life. We need to win this turn. Double Strike deals damage twice in combat. Each time the damage is equal to its power. Alright, okay, so he gets first strike and a normal attack. Alright, so we got Pacifism, which makes it so that the target creature can't attack or block. So we could disable one of his defenders. Glorious Anthem would give each one of our creatures +1/+1. And we've got 2 Angelic Blessings to give creatures flying. Oh. Mass Calcify. Destroy all non-white creatures for 7 mana. Okay. But again, that won't win this turn, right? It'll pretty much win us the game, actually. But we have to win this turn? So, we drop 2 Angelic Blessings here and here. So now we're hitting for 5, 9, 10, and then we're out of mana. Did it really say this turn? What do we have in the trash? Not that it matters. I mean... Huh! Oh right, this is double strikes! Doi. Doi, 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 doi. Doi, doi. We'll just Angelic Blessing this thing twice. We'll make it a 7/7. It'll hit twice and win. Okay. I was doing these guys because they couldn't already fly, but... I've never... Double Strike is an ability that I never used to play with. This didn't exist in the game when I used to play. Okay, so let's attack with this. He won't be able to block, and he's just gonna die. Cool. It's cool that it even hurts the player twice. It's crazy. Bam. Uh-huh. And again, yeah, it does work. How cool is that? I am the winner! These sorts of problems are actually really good because they actually come up in the game. You don't always notice them when they're there, but sometimes there is a sort of a secret solution like that to certain poor places. Awesome. Okay. But anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll probably continue. I'll complete the campaign at some point. But yeah, great game, and I know it's not very pricey. So if you like this, go for it. Hell, if you like this, go down to your local comic book store and buy a Magic Starter Kit. Depending on the kit, sometimes it comes with 2 decks, so you can play against someone, or you can just get 2 starter packs, and then go to town, man. Have fun with it. Anyway, that's it. Let's see.